Did you know the Eiffel Tower doesn't stay the same height all year round? Ever wondered what it's like to live in total darkness for months? Or why Finland's work culture includes sauna breaks? How about dining on a deadly delicacy or getting caught in a giant tomato-throwing battle? Get ready to explore some of the most intriguing and unexpected facts from around the globe. Some may leave you amazed. Others might make you question reality. But one thing's for sure. The world is a lot weirder and more wonderful than you ever imagined. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Would you ever risk your life for a meal? In Japan, there's a delicacy so dangerous that one wrong cut could be fatal. It's called fugu, better known as pufferfish. And despite its deadly reputation, it remains one of the country's most sought-after dishes. The danger lies in the fish's organs, which contain a powerful neurotoxin, so lethal that it's said to be 1,200 times more poisonous than cyanide. If prepared incorrectly, even a tiny amount can cause paralysis or death. That's why only highly trained and licensed chefs are allowed to serve fugu, undergoing years of rigorous training to master the precise technique of removing the toxic parts while keeping the meat safe to eat. Yet, despite the risk, people from all over the world flock to Japan to experience the thrill of tasting this rare delicacy. Whether it's served raw as sashimi, lightly grilled, or simmered in a hot pot, fugu is a dish that offers both an exquisite flavor and an undeniable adrenaline rush. Would you dare to try it? Imagine stepping away from your desk in the middle of the workday, not for a coffee break, but to sit in a hot, steamy sauna. Sounds unusual? Not in Finland. Here, taking a sauna break during work hours isn't just accepted, it's completely normal. Saunas are deeply woven into Finnish culture, with over 3 million of them in a country of just 5.5 million people. They aren't just for relaxation. They're seen as places for socializing, unwinding, and even conducting business meetings. Many offices, corporate buildings, and even government institutions have built-in saunas where employees can take a break, sweat out stress, and return to work feeling refreshed. This isn't just a luxury. It's believed to boost well-being, improve focus, and foster better workplace relationships. So while the rest of the world powers through coffee-fueled afternoons, Finnish workers might be enjoying a quick sauna session before heading back to their desks, recharged and ready to go. In Iceland, there's a traditional dish that's not for the faint of heart: fermented shark, also known as hokarl. This delicacy has been around for centuries, dating back to the Viking era, when preservation methods were crucial for survival. The process: they'd bury the shark underground for several weeks, let it ferment, then hang it to dry for months. And the result: a dish with an ammonia-rich aroma so strong, it could clear a room. Locals say it tastes better than it smells, but considering it's often washed down with a shot of Brennivin, Iceland's signature schnapps, that might just be a survival tactic. Tourists who try it usually fall into one of two categories: those who bravely take a bite and regret it instantly, and those who pretend to enjoy it for the sake of the experience. Either way, it's one of Iceland's most famous and infamous foods. Would you dare to try it? Did you know the Eiffel Tower doesn't stay the same height all year round? In fact, during the summer, it actually grows by as much as 6 inches, about 15 centimeters. How is that possible? It all comes down to a scientific phenomenon called thermal expansion. When metal heats up, it expands, and since the Eiffel Tower is made of wrought iron, the intense summer heat causes it to stretch ever so slightly, making it taller than usual. But don't worry, it won't keep growing forever. As temperatures drop in the cooler months, the tower shrinks back to its original height. So, if you ever visit Paris in the summer, just remember, you're seeing the Eiffel Tower at its tallest. Imagine strolling through a bustling street market in Thailand, the air filled with the aroma of sizzling street food. You pass vendors selling skewers of grilled meat, bowls of steaming noodles, and then trays of crispy fried insects. Yes, you heard that right. In Thailand, munching on fried grasshoppers, crickets, and silkworms isn't just a novelty. It's a common and beloved snack. These crunchy bites are packed with protein, low in fat, and even considered a sustainable superfood. For many locals, fried insects are just another tasty treat, much like popcorn or potato chips. Vendors expertly season them with salt, chili, or lime leaves, making them not only nutritious, but also surprisingly flavorful. And if you're feeling adventurous, you might even find deep-fried scorpions or giant water bugs on the menu. While some travelers hesitate at first, those who give them a try often find them unexpectedly delicious. So, would you dare to take a bite, or are you sticking to pad thai? Let us know in the comments. Imagine ringing in the new year with fireworks, cheers, and a glass of champagne, only to do it all over again an hour later, and then again after that. Sounds impossible. Well, not if you're in Antarctica. Because Antarctica isn't owned by any one country, the icy continent is home to research stations operated by different nations, each following their own time zones. Some bases use the time of their home country, while others stick to the nearest supply hub, like New Zealand or China. This means that depending on where you are, midnight can strike at different times, sometimes just minutes apart. At certain research stations, scientists and explorers take full advantage of this quirk by hopping between time zones and celebrating New Year's multiple times in a single night. Imagine watching the clock hit midnight, toasting with your crew, then trekking a short distance and doing it all over again in another time zone. So if you ever find yourself in Antarctica on December 31st, get ready, because you might just have the longest, most unique New Year's celebration of your life. Would you try this time-traveling party, or is once enough for you? Let us know in the comments. What if you woke up one morning and the sun just didn't rise? Not for a day, not for a week, but for 4 entire months. In Longyearbyen, Norway, this isn't just a wild thought experiment, it's reality. Located deep in the Arctic Circle on the remote Svalbard archipelago, Longyearbyen experiences a phenomenon called polar night, where the sun completely disappears from mid-November to late January. During this time, the town is cloaked in darkness 24/7, with only the eerie glow of the moon and the flickering northern lights to break the endless night. But don't think life comes to a halt, far from it. The 2,000 hardy residents of Longyearbyen embrace the darkness, filling their days, or rather, nights, with skiing, cozy gatherings, and even nighttime dog sledding. And just when they've fully adapted to life without sunlight, the opposite happens. The midnight sun arrives, bringing 24-hour daylight for months on end. So, could you handle months of never-ending night? Or would you be booking the first flight south? Ever wanted to be in the middle of a massive, all-out food fight without getting in trouble? Well, in Spain, there's a festival where that's not just allowed, it's encouraged. Every summer, the small village of Buñol transforms into a battlefield of flying tomatoes for La Tomatina, the world's biggest and messiest food fight. Thousands of people from all over the world gather in the streets, armed with overripe tomatoes, ready to hurl them at anything and anyone in sight. Within minutes, the entire town is drenched in a sea of red pulp, and there's no escaping the chaos. It all started as a spontaneous food fight among locals in the 1940s, and somehow, it became an official festival that attracts tens of thousands of visitors every year. There's only one rule: squash your tomatoes before throwing them to avoid injuries. Other than that, it's every person for themselves in this legendary squishy showdown. So, if you don't mind getting absolutely covered in tomato juice, this might just be the most fun and ridiculous festival you'll ever experience. Imagine walking into a festival where the guests of honor aren't people, but monkeys. That's exactly what happens every year in Lopburi, Thailand, where thousands of macaques are treated to a lavish buffet of fruits, vegetables, and desserts at the Monkey Buffet Festival. Held on the last Sunday of November, this one-of-a-kind celebration is Thailand's way of showing gratitude to the monkeys that roam freely around Lopburi, a city often called the monkey capital. Locals believe these mischievous primates bring good luck and prosperity, so in their honor, they prepare a massive feast. Tables piled high with bananas, watermelons, pineapples, and even colorful jelly treats. The moment the food is unveiled, chaos ensues. Hundreds of monkeys eagerly jump onto the tables, stuffing their faces, playfully fighting over snacks, and causing delightful mayhem as tourists and locals watch in amusement. It's a festival like no other, part tradition, part spectacle, and 100% entertaining. But the real question is, would you dare to get up close and personal with these hungry, fearless monkeys? Let us know in the comments. The world is full of incredible stories, surprising facts, and hidden wonders waiting to be discovered. Whether it's nature's unexpected transformations, unique cultural traditions, or mind-blowing scientific phenomena, there's always something new to learn. So, the next time you hear an unbelievable fact, remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. And if you would like to see more jaw-dropping facts about the world, this recommended video is a must-watch. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you are new here.